that will be the case for the rest of the season. Now the mini stocks get set for qualifying round number 1. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. Off the turn, Chance Stevens gives them the green. Down into that first turn they go. It's Krajewski getting a tap from the 3X of Stroshine right off the bat. As they go down the back straightaway, into turns 3 and 4, it is Krajewski holding off hungry competition. As they head down the front straightaway, he will lead lap number 1 with car number 60. Here comes Beef Alexander to the high side of the racetrack. He makes a bid for the lead, and as they vie for a position down the back straightaway, he's got the spot off of turn number 4. Alan Anaki moves in right on Alexander's rear bumper as they go through the turns. Suddenly, Anaki gets a little crossed up. Krajewski is back to the 3rd position as they go into turn number 3. Off the turn, Anaki dirt tracks it just a bit to the inside of Beef Alexander with 3 laps down. Could be a battle for the lead as we now approach the halfway point. Battle for position number 3 on the racetrack. The Alexanders are really moving up in this one. We've got Kirk Alexander heading to the high side of Krajewski, and Kirk takes position number 3 with car number 44X. Now Gail Lavoie looking to move in. She takes over the 4th spot. Krajewski falls back into the 5th position as Chris Stroshine runs 6th, followed by Pappy Crowell. This time by, it will be 2 laps to go for car number 44, Beef Alexander, who is feeling the pressure, no doubt, from the 4 of Alan Anaki. Anaki looks high down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Can't get a bite as Alexander gets a little bit out of shape. We've got 1 lap left in mini stock qualifying round number 1. As they head off the turn, Alexander still holding off the pressure of the Bridgewater Motorworks machine, but as they go through turns 3 and 4, he gets a little more of an advantage. Checker flag is out. It's Beef with the win. Art Goodhine. And rounding out the field for good in car 22, we understand that that is George Kamiansky, one of the Enduro competitors here at Monadnock Speedway. We'll have to check on that. As the green flag is out, they come down to the line, 3 wide already for that 2nd spot. But down into the turn, we've got trouble as Stevens and DeRozier get crossed up. DeRozier up into the grass over in turn number 1. Both cars get going. And it looks like we're going to stay under green. We've got a lead change right off the bat. Leading lap number 1, it is the 03 of Chris Wenzel. As Kelson Clayton drifts up a little bit high, he's looking to hold off Lashway as those two now battle for position number 2. Moving in on the high side of the racetrack, Kevin Blackmore Jr., car number 12, looking to make a move underneath, on the outside of Felton. Felton runs the low part of the racetrack, as they are really shuffling the deck as they head down the back straightaway. Full wide, almost, as they go into turn number 3, as Kamiansky gets hung out to dry on the high side of the racetrack. Art Goodhine looks low on Blackmore. Full wide, they go down the back straightaway for position number, we believe, 6, that is, 5, 6, 7, and 8, as Kelson Clayton tries to hold off the challenge. Halfway marker is out. Herb Stevens pulls down into the infield. A tough break for car number 18. Kevin Clayton moving up nicely with car number 1, New Hampshire. Here comes Art Goodhine, car number 3, RD. As they cross the stripe, he's got position number 5 at lap 5. Off turn number 2. The battle is for the 4th spot, but we now see a battle developing for the lead as Fred Felton moves in on Chris Wenzel. Wenzel gets stuck on a high side, but he's able to come right back down and hold on to that lead spot. Position change, now running in the 4th spot. It is Art Goodhine with the white flag in the air. Wenzel trying desperately to hold off the pressure of the 11 of Fred Felton. Can he do it? We'll find out in less than 1 lap as Wenzel runs the high side of the racetrack. Here they come. Through turns 3 and 4, Wenzel backs out just a bit, but he takes the win with car number 03. Correction, that was Felton who did the backing out, as Wenzel was looking to get down to the low road. This season, he starts the inside of row number 1, Don Corliss, car number 11. As they go into turn number 3, we're looking for the field to pick up the pace. They indeed do as they come off the turn. Green flag is out. With the advantage at the line right initially, Ron Burgess moves into the number 1 spot. Cashman and Steinist really dicing it up with Corliss as they go 3 wide down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Burgess drifts up just a bit, and back on the inside, it's Corliss with car number 11. 1 lap complete. Corliss does manage to lead that first lap, but it's a good battle right up front as the pack stays with each other. The pack of cars, that is, as they go 4 wide for the lead. Tom Cashman really dicing it up with Burgess as they come off the turn. Cashman drops back to the 3rd spot as Don Corliss is our leader. He's been surviving as we've got trouble off the turn. Around goes Cashman with the 17X as Steinist now moves into the lead. Kevin Poole having a good run as he holds on to position number 3 with car number 203, but moving in on him, it's Tom Curley. Don Corliss really having a good run as he's holding on to the 2nd spot. As we now have 4 laps complete, and your leader continues to be Steinist. Tom Curley looking to move by the 203 of Prue in this battle for position number 3. Next time around, it will be 2 to go for Steinist as Glenn Brio apparently has a problem with car 29 Mass as he drops off the pace down the back straightaway. White flag is out. Here comes Steinist off the turn. He's going to take the win. Winchester, Massachusetts. As they come to the post now, through turns 3 and 4, we're looking for a green this time around, and we've got one. Down to the line, Hasbrook gets crossed up. Mallet dives low on the field. He breaks hard going into the turn. He gets crossed up. While Pachowski gets taken high, and Hasbrook leads him down the back straightaway. Mallet trying to come back down low. He gets it back up to third with 1 lap complete. It's car number 24. We'll put him up on the scoreboard as our leader of lap number 1. Car number 24, Phil Hasbrook, looking well. Looking as though he's doing well. To make it better proper English. But now Cookie Cook dives low. Hasbrook gets way up high off the turn. Mallet moves in and he moves up into the second spot with car number 97. Mallet now trying to find a way around car number 32, Cookie Cook. Down the back straightaway, car number 37M moves into the third position. As they come around this time, Cook drifts up just a bit. And now Mallet dives low. They make contact into turn number 1. Around goes Mallet with the 97. Black flag now for Corey Cashman as they head down the front straightaway. Cashman pulls the car into the infield. Halfway marker is out. It's Cook who leads the field. Mallet with a problem in turns 3 and 4. It was a very tough break for him. Car number 97 looking to take over the lead when he came in contact with Cookie Cook. Walt Pachowski now running the low side of the racetrack, trying to hold off the power of Stephen Drew, as now Pachowski smokes those back tires. Mallet trying to give Cookie Cook a retaliation shot as they come off the turn. Mallet really acting like he's the leader in this event as he pulls car number 97 back out in front. Keep in mind, he is a lap down. He did spin over in turn number 1 as the white flag now waves. Cookie Cook is your leader with car number 32. White flag is out. Pachowski really having a tough time handling car 37M as they go down the back straightaway. Anyway, the checkered flag is in the air. It's car number 17. Stephen Drew dives low. He's got the win. break announce that to you. But now the pro stocks for qualifying round number 1, heading through turns 3 and 4. Off the turn they come. Green flag is out. Down to the line, Brett Rollins gets the advantage through the turns. Boniface dives low on Kenyon. Payne trying to hold on to that second spot, but believe me, he's feeling the pain as Kenyon rides the high side of the racetrack. He gets a tap from Boniface down on the low side as Boniface wants to get by. He does, down low, takes third. While all this is happening, Brett Rollins pulls away from the field. Car number 12 leads lap number 2. Contact over in turn number 2. As the 82 and the 01 briefly came together, but back up front, it is still car number 12, Brett Rollins. And we've got trouble on the front straightaway. Around goes Payne, car 29, as we have now approached the halfway point. So as Payne spins out, Shimolewski moves into his spot. Shimolewski gets a little crossed up as they head off the turn, but he holds on, holding off Jeff Beckwith as they go down the back straightaway. 6 laps now complete. It continues to be Brett Rollins on top with car number 12, as now we've got a new 5th place runner, car number 60. Jeff Beckwith moves into that spot. Seven laps now complete in this event. They come around this time. We've got a spin-off turn 4. Doug Dresser goes around, car number 01. Less than 2 laps to go this time by for Brett Rollins with car 12. White flag is in the air as Kenyon holds on to the second spot. Boniface is third, followed by Jeff Zeidema and Rick Payne. No correction, we believe it's Jeff Beckwith running in that 5th spot. As they now come around for the checkered, it's Rollins with the victory. Post-stock qualifying round number 1 has just been completed. Alvin Mowry, car number 1 Mass, sets the pace. As they go into the turn, they pick up speed. Off the turn they come. Green flag is in the air. Moving into the initial lead, it's the 1 Mass of Mowry. Punky Karen already up into that second spot, as now Good Enough looking to move into third, but we've got a yellow flag. Yellow comes out. Addition Mowry and Corliss. Keep your eye on Punky Karen, already a factor, even before the green flag comes out, as he already heads to the low side of the racetrack, moving to the inside of Corliss. Down the back straightaway, he's got the second spot, but only by a couple of inches, it appears. Corliss running well on the high side of the racetrack. Coming around the lead, lap number 1, it's Mowry, powering his way off of turn number 2, but he's got Punky Karen right on his tail as they go into the turn. Karen now looking to move in on the high side. Now down low, gives him a tap. As they come off the turn, he dives low. Contact between Karen and Mowry as they go through the turns and down the back straightaway. Lead change. Punky Karen moves into the number 1 spot with car number 88. Mowry gets shuffled around just a bit. He feels the pressure from the hungry competition right behind him. Down the back straightaway, he takes Good Enough up just a bit, as Good Enough tries to settle in for the position number 3. 4 laps now complete. Karen now pulling away from the field as they go down into turn number 3. Halfway marker is out this time by. It's Mowry holding on to that second spot, but not for long, as Good Enough is moving in very, very well with car number 1 New Hampshire. Here comes Marquis to the high side of the racetrack with car number 28X. He runs in the 4th position, but it looks like he's going to move up as well. Down the back straightaway. Second through seventh runs very, very tightly. Next time around, this time, in fact, 2 laps to go for driver Punky Karen, car number 88. Karen has really pulled away a big lead for car number 88 as the white flag is in the air. Jerry Marquis works on the rod good enough. Battle for second on the racing surface as they go down into turn number 1. GT Gravel looking to move in as well with car 54. We've got a last-minute battle for position number 2, but back up front, it's Karen taking the win with car number 88. Qualifying round number 2. Coming down the back straightaway, we are looking for a green. This coming time around, Dave Sutherland Jr. Car number 1, New Hampshire. Beautifully prepared machine to the inside of row 1. Picks up speed, but Sumner is not ready for this start. Lazy green being displayed through the field. And it looks like we're going to go back to yellow. Good call by Kenny Isimone as he displays the yellow flag. Joe Sumner was certainly not ready for that start. So Kenny Isimone once again wisely displaying the yellow flag. Here they come. Better start this time. Green flag is in the air. It's Sutherland with the initial advantage as they go down into turn number 1. Here comes Roger Shepard down low to the 34. One of our impressive rookie competitors. He moves to the inside of Sutherland as they go down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. They're 3 wide and dicing it up. Off the turn, our 2 leaders go crossed up. Shepard goes down to the infield. He gathers it back up, and Joe Sumner back up into the second spot. As Shepard and Fitzgerald dice it up on the back stretch for position number 3. 2 laps complete this time by. Trouble off of turn number 4 on the front straightaway. Cross and Newcomb get crossed up. They go around on the front straightaway. And it looks like we're going to go back to yellow. You can already see heavy sheet metal damage done to Rob Cross's number 5 Vermont as he is pulling away as well. Bob Newcomb pulls away with car number 7 New Hampshire. So no real damage appears to be done to either one of those automobiles as they pull away. Looking for a green this coming time around, Dave Sutherland Jr. Green flag is out as they come off the turn. Joe Sumner races right alongside Sutherland. And Sumner gets the advantage as they head off the turn, but here comes Shepard. He dives low on the inside of the racetrack. Shepard looking to move into that second spot. He does as they come off the turn. And Peter Jarvis also advancing up. He's got 3rd. Sutherland falls back to 4th as Al Fitzgerald runs in the 5th spot. Time by, it will be 4 laps down and 6 to go for the late models in qualifying round number 1. The 442 of Joe Sumner leads Roger Shepard and Peter Jarvis, and now Al Fitzgerald moves into the 4th spot, car number 87X. At the turn, Sumner drifts up a little bit, but that's not good enough of a line for Shepard to move in, so Sumner holds on to the lead spot. But he has been drifting up the past couple of laps. Shepard, however, feeling the pressure from Peter Jarvis as they go through turns 1 and 2. Dave Sutherland Jr. gets tapped out of the way by Bob Newcomb. Newcomb moves up to the 5th spot. Scott Patno makes contact with 1 New Hampshire of Sutherland as they head off turn 4, but they have broken apart. And our leader dropping off the pace with a problem with 2 laps to go. And we've got trouble down the back straightaway. Sutherland into the wall, hard with car 1 New Hampshire. You can see front end damage done to his automobile as now the white flag is in the air as they head off the turn. Now the yellow is out. Sutherland made a hard hit into the wall on the back straightaway. Front end first as he went head on after making contact with Rob Cross. Straightaway grandstands. That'll be coming up later on in our program. As we now look for a green flag, we've got one. Off the turn, Roger Shepard leads him down to the line as Bob Newcomb moving back up nicely, but he is again in trouble. Now he's got a flat left front tire. Tough break. It's been a really tough race for Newcomb as he goes up and tags the 87X of Fitzgerald. And those two get locked together over in turn number 4. We bring the field back under yellow. Starting out, I said, it has indeed been a tough race for Bob Newcomb. Look at this, we've got more contact. Fitzgerald driving right into the back end of Newcomb as they go into the infield. It was indeed a tough race for Newcomb as he was involved in a crash on lap 2, got crossed up and going into turn number 1 over there and made contact with Fitzgerald, then made more contact into turn number 3, and you can see now that they have locked together again in the infield. Another controversial situation here at Monadnock Speedway as Bob Newcomb and Al Fitzgerald have come together going down into the infield. In car number 34, Roger Shepard. Momentarily, we will have the complete top 7 results. The top 5 from late model qualifying round number 1, car number. In the turn number 3, we're looking to pick up the pace now. Ferrillo setting the pace with the 11 Vermont, not ready to go yet. Now he is off the turn. A good start for Ferrillo as they come down to the line. Green flag is out. Down into turn number 1, it's the 11 Vermont already out in front. Here comes Brio with car 29 Junior. Moving in on Ferrillo, and Tom Stone moving up in car 39. Ferrillo drifts up high off the turn. Brio moves into the spot as they get off turn number 4. Ferrillo looking to come back down on the low side, but Tom Stone shuts the door as they go down the back straightaway. Stone moves up to the 2nd spot. Off the turn, Brio comes around to lead lap number 2. Here comes Stone to the inside of the racetrack with a challenge for the lead. He's got the spot as they go down into the turn. And off turn 4 down to the line, it's the Greenfield Glass, car number 39. Trouble over in turn 2. Ferrillo goes around with car number 11 Vermont. What a tough break for him as he was running strong initially. Ferrillo has stalled out there in the turn. And we go to yellow. Turn number 1, Stone has the advantage. Brio looking to move right back in on the low side. A great battle for the number 1 spot as those two cars really stick right to each other going off turn 4. 5 laps down, 5 to go. Stone, Brio, Bree, followed by Bouchard and Barry Gray. Then it stands moving to the inside of Wayne Tack. Battle for position number 6. 6 laps down and 4 to go. Now Brio feeling the pressure from Bill Bree as they go through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Bree looking to move in any which way he can find racing room, he will do it. Now he's looking to the inside. With 3 laps to go, again, Bree gives Brio a tap. This time by for Tom Stone, car number 39. Stone having a great season behind the wheel of the Greenfield Glass. Stoney's excavating, car number 39. He gets the white flag this time around. Down the back straightaway. The field has strung out just a little bit. Checkered flag is in the air with the win. It's Tom Stone, car number 39. runs well here at Monadnock Speedway. So it's Tim Maroka and Ted Brown in row number 1 as we get set to go to green. The mighty NASCAR Winchester Racing Series Modifieds take to the post as they come off the turn. Green flag is out. Everyone gets just a little bit out of shape as Maroka leads him down into turn number 1 with car number 6. To the outside comes the 92 of Ted Brown, looking to move in on Maroka. As they go through the turns, off the turn they come, down to the line. Maroka leads lap number 1. It's Ray Townsend down on the inside with car number 08. Townsend falls back just a bit as Rusty Ball moves in to contend with car 20. Off the turn, Maroka trying to hold on to that lead for lap 2, but now it is car number 92, Ted Brown, moving into the spot. And here comes Rusty Ball down low, followed by Kirby Monteith. Monteith has the 3rd spot. Maroka back to 4th. Dunk Rudolph up to 5th as Townsend gets out of shape. Off the turn they come. The field really tightening up now as Brown feels the pressure from Kirby Monteith, who now moves into the 2nd spot, and Rusty Ball. Off the turn they come, halfway marker is out. Brown down on the inside. Kirby Monteith down low, battle for the lead. Correction, Monteith on the high side. And he's got the spot as they head off the turn. And we got trouble on the back straightaway. A car has spun down into the infield. A large hail of dust and dirt down the back straightaway. And we are still unable to see. It appears to be car number 19 of Ricky Miller, who has spun down into the infield on the back straightaway. He leads this field down the back straightaway. We're looking for a green this time by Rusty, getting a good start, but it's apparently not good enough as they come off the turn. Monteith leads the field down into turn number 1. Ball trying to hold on to 2nd. Actually, he's looking to move in a little more, making a run right back at Monteith. Ted Brown runs in the 3rd spot. Dunk Rudolph is up to 4th. Jack Bateman up to 5th with car 17. Bateman had a good run here last week as Monteith gets a little bit out of shape as they go through the turns. White flag is out this time by and we've got trouble over in turn number 2. Around goes Rusty Ball as it is a yellow checkered situation. Competitor out of Stafford Springs, Connecticut, looking to pick up speed as they go into the turn. Here they come. Bob setting the pace. The green flag is out. Down into the turn, Schofield all the way up to the 2nd spot with Marquis in 3rd. Harry Wheeler lets the field go by. Harry is driving a limited modified, you could say. He competes, or did compete, in the SK Winchester Racing Series Modified competition at the Stafford Speedway, but he joins us here at Monadnock, and we appreciate having Harry along for the competition. Back up front, battle for the lead. Ryan Schofield on the low side of the racetrack. Jerry Marquis definitely looking to become a factor in this event. Off the turn, Schofield's got the number 1 spot as they head into turn number 1. Bob drifts up just a bit, and that opens up the door to Marquis, who moves in and takes position number 2. Here comes Dwight Jarvis to the low side. He's got 3rd. Mike Ionensko all the way up to position number 4 now, as we've got a battle for the lead down the back straightaway. It's Marquis down on the inside as we have now approached the halfway point. The turn, 6 laps down this time. It's Marquis holding on to that spot. Dwight Jarvis looking to move in with car 28, the Lions Roundhouse machine coming on field. Iwanitsko has position number 3. Here comes Dennis Albro. He's got 4th. Battle for the lead right up front. Marquis and Dwight Jarvis going at it. Jarvis giving Marquis a tap to the bumper, letting him know that Jarvis is moving in to contend. White flag is in the air. Jarvis dives low as they go down the back straightaway. Who's it going to be for the checker? We've got trouble in the turn. Maher goes around, checker is out, and it's Marquis with the win. For Tom Thurston, the number 2 of Rick DeRozier, 18 Herb Stevens Jr., and 77 George Powers. We're set to go to green for mini stock feature event of 15 laps. Off the turn they come this time. No green flag as Krajewski got a little bit too much of a jump on the field. Yellow is out. We're now ready for green flag racing. Chance Stevens looks the field over. He gives him the green. Off the turn, Krajewski has the slightest advantage at the line with car number 60 as Blackmore runs alongside. Lashaway moves up to the 3rd spot. Here comes Wenzel on the high side with car number 03. He's looking to move into 4th. Off the turn, Lashaway gets crossed up, but he moves into the 2nd spot as he is able to get around Blackmore. Here comes Alan Anaki as Blackmore gets hung out to dry on the high side. They're 3 wide for a position down the back straightaway. Off the turn, down a complete 2 laps. It's Krajewski, followed by now Wenzel moving into the 2nd spot. Then it's Alan Anaki in 3rd with car number 4. 4th is the 44 of Beef Alexander. Here comes Fred Felton. Off the turn, 3 laps complete. It is still Krajewski holding off the hungry competition. Car number 60 runs the low side. We've got a spin-off of turn number 4. That is Tom Thurston with car number 38. He has gone around the field scrambles, and everyone avoids him. Caution coming out on lap number 3 as Thurston went around in turn number 4. The field did a fine job avoiding him. The field sets a slow pace down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. Once again, we're looking for green this time by, as Krajewski is our pace setter. He gets not too good of a start on Wenzel. The green flag is out, and car number 03 goes into the lead as they go into turn number 1. Here comes Beef Alexander to the high side, and he moves into the 2nd spot. Alan Anaki battling with Fred Felton for the 5th position. Felton moves into the spot as Anaki goes a little high off the turn. They're 3 wide for 3rd position down the back straightaway. Felton moving into the spot. Anaki trying to do it on the high side with 5 laps complete. Anaki gets taken high. Here comes Mr. Consistency, Art Goodhine Jr. on the low side of the racetrack. Goodhine has worked his way into the top 5 as George Kamansky, we do understand that is the driver of car 22, coming on strong. 6 laps down, it's Wenzel, Beef Alexander, and Fred Felton. Complete. The order remains the same as Blackmore is in trouble in the front straightaway. He goes around. Yellow flag is out as we got more trouble off of turn. Lauren Lorenzetti and Tom Thurston have come together as they are in turn number 2 over there. Thurston now looking to pull away. Lorenzetti as well is fully set to go back under green. Chris Wenzel and Beef Alexander right up front in this event. Green flag is out. As the sun has now set behind the trees in the mountains, Off the back straightaway at Monadnock Speedway, Wenzel holds off hungry competition. Beef Alexander, Fred Felton all over car number 03. As Felton now looking to move into that number 1 spot. Side by side off of turn number 2. And it's Felton taking the lead as Wenzel is looking to make a run right back at him with car 03, but we've got another yellow. Chris Lashway and Herb Stevens Jr. get crossed up over in turns 1 and 2. Stevens is able to continue. Here's your top 5 as they go down into turn number 3. Off turn 4, green flag is out, and Wenzel leads him down to the line into the turn. Beef Alexander moving back in on Felton. And we've got trouble in turns 1 and 2. Gail Lavoie and Rick DeRozier get crossed up. DeRozier has stalled in the turn. We go back to yellow. Yellow flag back out. Gail Lavoie pulls away, but I don't know about Rick DeRozier. He's stalled over there, and whoa, Kirk Alexander. Very, very close with car 44X. Car 03 as they now head down into turn number 3. It's Felton alongside. The green flag is in the air and off the turn again. Wenzel has the advantage. The 11 of Felton now running the high side with Beef Alexander down low. Looking to move in on Felton in the battle for second. Art Goodhine also working the high side. Kirk Alexander looking to regain position number 4. Felton takes car number 11 high in turns 1 and 2, and that opens up the door even more to Wenzel. So is not the case as they go through turns 3 and 4. Wenzel drifting up just a bit. Alexander gets sideways. We've got him hard into the wall off of turn number 4. Goodhine is involved as we go to yellow. A very, very hard hit to the front straightaway wall for Beef Alexander, car number 44, as he got crossed up when Wenzel got out of shape coming off the 4th turn. Word from the scene right initially, Beef is okay. That is great news from the scene. He has climbed out of the automobile and he is okay after a hard hit head-on into the front straightaway wall. 5. Felton moving in on the high side of the racetrack as Wenzel tries to hold him off down low. Kirk Alexander moving in to contend. Goodhine is 4th. Kamansky is 5th, followed by the 4 of Alan Anaki. Wenzel leads him off the 2nd turn, but again, Felton moves in on the outside. Fred Felton putting the pedal to the metal. Wenzel gets a little bit out of shape off the turn, and that opens up the door for Felton to move in. He takes the 11 high off the turn, and we've got some bumper tag on the front straightaway as Herb Stevens gets crossed up. Debris on the track. We go to yellow, and that is a break for Chris Wenzel. Unable to complete a lap number 12, Wenzel will lead the field back around for a restart. Wenzel with a good start on our field as Felton now looks to the low side. Wenzel holds him off. Down into the turn, Wenzel drops car number 03 to the low side of the racetrack. There's also a battle for position number 3 as Art Goodhine tries to work his way around Kirk Alexander. Goodhine can't find a racing room there, but back up front, Felton makes the move to the low side. He makes it stick as they go into the turn. Contact, a little bit of contact is made, and Felton now has the lead with car number 11. With 2 laps to go, brand new leader, the defending track champion. Wenzel holds on to 2nd, Kirk Alexander 3rd, Art Goodhine 4th, and George Kamansky 5th. White flag is out. Felton having a strong run as he came from the back to take down the lead, and now he's about to take down the victory. He holds on through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air. It's Fred Felton with another win in car number 11. I believe that's his third of the season. Multi-time feature event winner Fred Felton visits. Well, ladies and gentlemen, announcer Dave Sutherland has arrived, and he is now trackside awaiting winner Fred Belton.
Congratulations. How are you? Congratulations. How many is this now? Just two. Just two? Just two?
And I worked for that one.
Yeah, you did. It looked like Chris gave you a real hard time there. Didn't let you have that inside for a long time.
No. I'd rather go on the outside, but it got down to just too few laps, and I couldn't do it on the outside in a couple.
Time to get serious, huh?
Yeah. It's fun racing with these guys. It's really fun.
Tell me something. You've been racing, 3 seasons now?
Yep.
How do you compare sitting behind the wheel to the days when you were just putting together chassis for guys to go do the same thing you just did?
Any crew chief should drive a race car. He would respect the driver that he's crewing for, and the race car, it would be a must. Mr. Earnhardt does it. His crew chief races, and I would recommend it for anybody. It's a lot different than you can ever imagine.
You hear that in the pits? Fred Felton, your winner, everyone. Chris Wenzel, congratulations. Second place isn't a win, but you really gave him a good run for his money.
Well, I tried, but it's hard to beat Fred. He's fast on the inside and outside. Trying to win it for my brother who's up from South Carolina, but I guess second's all I can do.
You gave him a good show. That's what counts. Chris Wenzel. Well, Kirk, you managed to finish. Your brother didn't have quite such good luck.
No, well, kind of rough out there. I got rear-ended by somebody and then ended up hitting him, and things happen, I guess.
How'd the car handle otherwise tonight?
It's a little slick out here, but all in all, it went pretty good.
And good it was. Good enough for third place.
And it's Ron Burgess, who looked very good on opening day when he secured a top 3 finish. Can he do it again? Friday night tonight. Here they come into turns 3 and 4. Burgess on the low side. Pachowski up high, and the green flag is out. We've got trouble right initially as contact between Kevin Prue and Steinmetz results after Prue got crossed up coming off the turn. Steinmetz dives low on Mallet as they go into turn 3. Mallet looking to move around Walt Pachowski, but can't find the racing room as Pachowski holds him off. Back up front, Burgess running well as he has already pulled out to about a 5-car length lead on the rest of the field with car 4X over Walt Pachowski, Kevin Steinmetz, and John Mallet. Kevin Prue running in the 5th spot with car number 203. Then it is the car number 32. For Cookie Cook, the 17 Stephen Drew, the 87 Jason Lilligood, Dave Meany, and Tom Curley. Trouble off of turn number 4. Around goes Cook. He goes right into Lilligood, who goes right into Drew, and we've got heavy contact on the front straightaway. Stephen Drew is right off the bat able to pull away, but that was a hard hit.
Front tires down. Drew's got her flat right front.
Right. And as well, Kevin Prue, who now rounds out the top 5. As we now get set to go back to green, through turns 3 and 4, they come off the turn, and we've got a green. Down to the line, Burgess leads him, but we've got trouble in the turn. Pachowski gets crossed up and goes around. He's looking to get refired, but apparently might have stalled over there in the turn. And Billy Dunn brings the yellow back out. Run for the initial part of the event. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. Green flag is displayed. Burgess leads them off the turn. Down into turn number 1, Burgess and Steinmetz race for that number 1 spot with Mallet and Meany battling for position number 3. Mallet has the advantage as they go into the turn. Meany coming back with car 15 mass on the inside. They make contact off the turn. Mallet gets a little sideways, and contact is made even more as the two go spinning in turn number 2. Hasbrook and Connors get by as we go back to yellow. Well, these two drivers were certainly having a great run until they tangled off the turn. It's Burgess and Kevin Steinmetz as they go into the turn. They're side by side. Green flag is in the air and off the turn. Burgess leads them down to the line. Here comes Curley looking to make a bid for position number 2 as he looks down to the low side of the racetrack. Off the turn they come, down the back straightaway. It is still Burgess with the advantage, but they race side by side. Steinmetz gets up high off the turn, and Curley's got the second spot. Trouble off of turn 4. Stephen Drew goes around. Dick Farnham also going around with the 66 Vermont. Everybody gets back onto the racetrack, and we stand green. Burgess, Tom Curley, Glenn Brio, Kevin Steinmetz, Scooter Adams, Kevin Prue, along with Tom Cashman, Cookie Cook, John Mellett back up into the top 10, Stephen Drew, and Walt Pachowski. Burgess now getting a challenge for the lead from Tom Curley. Curley running strong with car number 40 once again, and that shows you why he is a rookie point leader with car number 40. 7 laps down this time by as Curley almost got crossed up behind a lap car. He had to get in front of Glenn Brio to avoid the car number 66 Vermont of Dick Farnham as Brio now tries to work his way to the low side, moving in on Curley. Stephen Drew smokes the back tires of the 17. Apparently it's not just the tires. It appears as though the 17 has a mechanical problem. That battle for the lead now involves 2 other cars. Glenn Brio and Kevin Steinmetz getting back into the hunch as Brio has moved into second. Burgess is your leader. Stephen Drew really smoking around the racing surface with car 17. Tom Cashman tries to work over Kevin Prue. We've got a spin in turn 2. Around goes Scooter Adams with the 28 Mass as Drew drops into the infield with car 17. We could go back to yellow because of this, but it looks like Billy Dunn is going to observe the situation first before he decides to give the yellow command. It appears as though Scooter Adams is now pulling away under his own power. Brand new leader off the turn. Glenn Brio is your leader with car 29 Mass. On lap 12, he takes the lead from Burgess. Tom Curley runs in the third spot, and we've got a spin in turns 3 and 4. Phil Hasbrook goes around with car number 24. Hasbrook has stalled in turns 3 and 4. We did see a red light on in the automobile, and the yellow flag is out. Yellow flag comes out again on lap number 13. It's for Phil Hasbrook in car 24 as he Mellett, Walt Pachowski, Dave Meany, and Marion as we're set to go back to green. This time around, green flag is out. Brio leads him off the turn. Brio works the low side. Burgess up on the high side. Curley and Steinmetz battling for position number 3. Curley makes contact with Steinmetz as they go through the turn. Steinmetz goes up high and has so far not been doing too good in that battle, but he's looking to come right back with car number 89. Now Ron Burgess is giving Glenn Brio a run for the money. Off the turn, it's Brio with a full car length advantage now. Down the back straightaway, John Mellett is moving back up with car number 97 as he now runs in the 6th spot. Keep your eye on him, he's running strong. Back up front, Brio leads hungry competition. Burgess, Curley, and Steinmetz are your top 4.
That's just supposed to be on lap 16. Yep.
Cookie Cook goes high off the turn. Here comes Mellett down low with a 97. Mellett is back up into the top 5. He's had a great run here with car number 97. He puts the move on Cookie Cook as Marion could become an obstacle with car 442. Mellett moves around both cars. He's back into the top 5 with car number 97. We have less than 2 laps to go. White flag is in the air now for Glenn Brio, the 29 Mass. Ron Burgess, Tom Curley, Kevin Steinmetz, John Mellett, Cookie Cook, and Kevin Prue. Here they come, this time by the checkered flag would wave. Off the turn, Glenn Brio secures the win with car 29 Mass. Mass takes the win in the 20-lap strictly stock feature event. Well, Glenn, you did come from the back and you held off Ron Burgess in the closing laps, and you secured yet another victory this season.
Yep, the lap guys really helped me out this week to get around both the 40 and Burgess. Something's skipping with the motor. We got a real bad skip in it. But thanks to the handling from Steve Brio and the whole crew working real hard with the car, it would have been totally impossible. And the track got real slippery, and I think that worked to my advantage. I'd just like to thank all my sponsors, Heber Brothers, Race Engines, Gallo Restaurant, Bankowski Oil, Rex R Us, and Zeke's Design. Thank you.
Down here in Victory Lane, Glenn Brio, car number 29 Mass. Finishing in the second spot, car number 4X Ron Burgess with a good run. Rounding out the top three, Tom Curley with car number 40. Back upstairs to Dave Sutherland.
Maury now sets the pace. Brett Rollins on the outside. Kenyon waiting in third. Gary Knight goes fourth. Here they come looking for green. A little bit out of kilter as they come to the line. They'll get it. Maury with a good jump. And he'll put the caution out and reset the lineup as Karen comes blasting out of the pack. Billy Dunn did not like the way they started that one off. Rollins held back just a little bit. Made Maury looking for a chance to get just a little bit of a jump on Rollins if he can as they come down to turn three. Maury on the gas again. Rollins sits back. Here they come. Green flag and we're off. Maury takes it into turn two with the lead. Rollins second. Kenyon third. Knight on the outside fourth. And Karen into fifth. Karen good enough. Boniface bunched together underneath Gary Knight, and here they come. Your leader is Maury. Rollins, Kenyon, Karen, Boniface into fifth. Gravel works Geit to the outside. Trouble on the backstretch. Good enough, and Markey come together and go sliding. Good enough sits in the infield. He's waiting for that yellow. Here comes Maury, Rollins, Kenyon, Karen, and Boniface. And Good enough will not catch a break, and he goes down one as they come by. Bob Goodenough will lose a lap. Gigi Gravel out of line in turn two, and he goes sliding to the infield. Your leader is Maury with Rollins, Kenyon, Karen, and Boniface. Well, one New Hampshire a lap down. Goodenough trying to catch up. Maury trying to hold him back. Here comes Rollins to the outside. Goodenough trying to stay out of the way but not lose any ground. 5 down. Maury holding the lead. Rollins goes to the way to the outside. Maury at the line. Maury, Robbins, Kenyon, Karen. And Rollins rim rides it off. Turn two to take the lead. Brett Rollins, Robin Maury, Brian Kenyon, and Punky Karen. Knight and Gravel come together on the front stretch. We've got a gaggle of race cars on the back stretch now. Maury trying to hold that second spot. Kenyon goes to the outside. He'll have it at the line. Karen goes out there with him. Karen to third. Boniface to fourth. Rob Goodenough trying to make up ground, but he's just going backwards. Brent Rollins, a winner one time last year, trying to hold on for the victory here. He's got a long way to go. Bucky Karen, all over the back bumper. Kenyon looks inside, has no room. Trouble off turn 4 as the 5 of John Corliss comes around. Here's your leader, Rollins, Kenyon, Karen. Karen works inside. He'll take Kenyon up wide. It'll be a battle for second on the backstretch. Rollins, Karen, Kenyon, and Boniface, the top 4 runners. Brent Rollins hanging on. He sits right across turn 2 as the field comes by. We'll have a caution on lap 14. A big break for Karen and Boniface. And a tough break for Kenyon because he was just about to grab the lead away. Time, hang on. Rollins picks up the wick. Look, he makes contact with Kenyon. Karen dives underneath, and Rollins is in the fence. Rollins makes contact as Kenyon tried to dive underneath him. Up over the front of Brian Kenyon and into the wall. Kenyon goes to the infield off of turn number 1, and he may need to move himself into the pits for a tire change. Kenyon's heading for the pits, looking for help. His front end is bent. Rollins didn't hit hard. He just went up over the front of Kenyon and then sort of rolled over the rim and banged into the end of the Jersey barrier up there. I think he may want to have somebody check and see if the car's okay before he tries to move it. As his hands fall out, here they come looking for a green. Rollins pulls it low. The green is out. Karen to the outside, to the line. Karen takes the lead in turn 2. It's Karen, Rollins, Boniface, Zeidema, and Marquis. Karen holds it low. Rollins stays with him. Karen your leader after 15. Rollins second. Boniface third. Fourth is Zeidema. Gravel has moved up to 5th. Marquis 6th. 7th is Knight. 8th is Park. 9th is Gramellini, and 10th is Beckwith. Rollins in real deep, and it's going up a hole for Boniface. Rollins having trouble keeping it down. We're halfway now. Halfway. Bucky Karen leading the charge. Rollins trying to hold on to second. Boniface third. Zeidema 4th. Gravel 5th. Marquis goes 6th. 7th is Knight. 8th is Parks. 9th is Gramellini. Karen leads him off to complete 19 laps. Karen trying to stretch that lead out. He wants a green flag race. Everybody else would like a caution to catch up. They complete 20. We've got 15 to go. Mike Parks having some trouble with the 82 over in turn 2. Gramellini putting some pressure on for 8th. Here's Boniface looking inside. Rollins now for second. No room. Rollins keeping the high line. Boniface goes low, trying to take second again off 4. And it'll be Rollins keeping the RPMs up and holding on. There's race traffic ahead, and Karen's got to find his way through. Karen is trapped. Trapped on a backstretch. He dives through, and Rollins is back on top. The lap cars didn't know where to go. Rollins has the lead back. Karen got stuck in a box. Boy, Bucky's got his hands full now. 12 laps, now 11 laps to go. Karen and Boniface putting the pressure on Brent Rollins. Karen looks low. Rollins can't hold the low line. Karen to the inside. Karen stays on the gas, down low in 1. It's Karen. Rollins off 2. Karen will take it wide and take the lead. 10 laps remaining for Bucky Karen. Here comes Boniface. Rollins slides up the banking. Boniface down on the low side. It'll be Boniface to second. It's Karen, Boniface, Rollins, Zeidema, Gravel. The laps are winding down, and Punky Karen has got to open up a big lead. Down, 7 to go. Punky Karen. Boniface second, Wallace third, Seidema fourth. The battle is for fifth between Marquis and Gravel. In turn 4, 54 and 28, fighting for fifth with 5 to go. Your leader is in turn 4, and here he comes. 30 down, 5 to go. Boniface reels in Karen as they come into traffic. Squirrely cars ahead of him. Karen gets through. Boniface is stuck behind Rick Payne. Gives him a shot and moves him out of the way. And runs right back up on Karen, who got stuck in traffic. Lap traffic is all over the place, and Boniface is looking for a hole. 3 to go now. Karen, Boniface, and Rollins. Popsicle sticks are up. We've got 2 laps coming up. We've got a spinner over in turn 2. Rob Goodenough has spun in turn 2 as we come down for the white flag. And we will have a caution with 2 laps to go. A caution with 2 to go. A big break for Boniface. Karen had a good solid lead, and Boniface couldn't work inside. Now the caution will set him right nose to tail and side by side. It's right on his bumper. They play it bumper tag and push him along. Here they come for the green. Karen on the gas. And Marquis takes fifth place away from GZ Gravel, who has the flat tire. He'll go to the top of the turn and drop out of the race. White flag coming down for Karen, Boniface, and Rollins. Karen holds the low line. Boniface can't keep it down. Looking for the next checkered flag. Here's Karen. Here's Boniface. Here's the checkered flag. Just top 3 finishers here, so hang on, dig out your ticket stubs while we do our interviews. You'll be set to see whether you've got half the cash tonight or a Winston banner to take home with you and hang up on your rec room or somewhere. Here's your winner, Punky Karen! Good show. Well, Punky, it's been a long time for you and I, not a long time for you. You really had your hands full. What were you thinking when all of a sudden you had 2 lap cars playing a box for you there?
Well, about the only chance I had, I guess, was getting in between them. And I remember when I first started driving, Ted Brown told me a long time ago, when you get in a spot like that, you got to get in between them and just turn right and left just as fast as you can. He said, that'll make a good hole.
Well, it seemed to work, but it gave Brett a chance to slide in there and take the lead back from you. You got it back. I kind of lost count. How many now? How many wins here?
I stopped counting.
Well, we'll have to get into the books. I'll say it's about 54.
Close to 60, I think.
We'll find out for sure. Good run for Punky Karen.
I'd also like to thank my crew, my cousin Tupper, my cousin John, Hooper Dino Service. I'd also like to thank P&A Racing Engines for the plant that I have. Run super, and I'm glad to run it.
It sure ran well for you. Punky Karen. Where's Mr. Boniface? Here he is. Hey, Jim? Jim, you had your chance there a couple of times, as did Brett. Just not quite enough on the inside tonight.
No, we were there waiting. We'd hope we get a little door there, but Punky kept it shut, so we had to settle for second, and we're happy with it, so.
Car looks like it's running real well right now.
It sure is. I'd like to thank our car owner, Betty and Joe Benoit. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Who we got here? Countryside. I guess that's it for now.
We'll get to the rest of them for the seat cover. Jim Boniface, your second place finisher. And the man who tried real hard, boy, I'll tell you, Brett,
Well, I don't know anybody who worked harder to try to get a win. You had 2 shots at it and a couple of restarts to help you. It just wasn't tonight.
Yeah, we're getting closer every week. You know, we keep working on the car. It was a little off tonight. It was better than last week, though. So the guys are working hard. We'll get one before it's over.
It sure looks that way. You had a good start there. Maybe without a caution, you might have been able to hang on.
We were getting kind of loose. These guys were hooked up pretty good. I think they would have got around us one way or the other.
Well, it was a good run for third. Brett Rollins. Okay, we've got some tickets to win here. The winner of the 50-50.
Next time by, we'll be looking for a green flag. The car that will bring the field around is Tim Maroka with car number 6 alongside Ted Brown as we get set to go to green. Maroka setting the pace. Brown getting a little bit too much of a jump. The green flag is in the air. Maroka gets out of shape right initially, going down into turn number 1, off turn number 2. Ted Brown leads the field with car number 92. Yellow flag is back out. Apparently starter Kenny Isimo did not like the start, so we're going to go back to yellow and give Tim Maroka a better chance to get a better start. To the outside of row number 1. Here they come. It's a much better start this time, but we've got trouble in turn number 3. S.J. Avancian gets in trouble right initially in this event. Yellow flag is back out. Yellow is out again. This time, S.J. Avancian gets crossed up, and he goes up into the dirt in turn number 3. Tough break for Avancian right off the bat, gets in trouble. Car number 6, and Brown anxiously alongside as we get set for green. A good start this time for Maroka. Off the turn they come. Green flag is out, and Marquis goes way up high off the turn. He loses the spot to Jack Dayton right off the bat, but gathers it back up, and Maroka leads us down the back straightaway with car number 6. Maroka off the turn looking good, but he bobbles just a bit, and we've got trouble off the turn. Iwanenko into the wall hard. Albro's car bursts into flames on the front straightaway. Several cars have come together down the front straightaway. Red flag has been displayed. Dennis Albro is out of the car with car number 9, New Hampshire, the car that bursts into flames. Mike Iwanenko is moving inside car number 36. As well, we see car number 3X Dunk Rudolph is pulling away under his own power. Rusty Ball is jammed up onto what appears to be the number 28 car. No, correction. We see Dwight Jarvis over in turn number 4. That is the car number 19. For Ricky Miller, also in back. To our scores, we are still on lap number 0. Dennis Albro was making his. So back on the green, it's Ted Brown and Ray Townsend in row number 1 for the 3rd restart of this event. Green flag is out. Townsend gets crossed up off the turn, but he holds on as Marquis dives low. And your leader heads off of turn 2 into turn 3. It's Ted Brown with a 92 over Brian Schofield, Jerry Marquis, Kirby Monteith, Jarvis, Ray Townsend, Jack Dayton, Doug Rudolph, Wade Gould, Rusty Ball, Ronnie Boz, and Harry Wheeler. Down the back straightaway they go. Marquis has moved up into the 2nd spot. He dives low on Ted Brown as they come off the turn. Brown shuts the door as they go down into turns 1 and 2. Brian Schofield gets hung out to dry on the high side of the racetrack as he now battles for the 5th spot with Jack Dayton. Dayton gets a little sideways off the turn. Down low, Jerry Marquis in a battle for the lead. He's got the spot as they go down the back straightaway. Here comes Kirby Monteith with car 85. Monteith to the low side of Brown has the 2nd spot. Then it's Dwight Jarvis up in the 3rd with a 28. Brown falls back to the 4th spot as Ray Townsend now falls off the pace into the infield with the 08. Tough break for him. It is Marquis going by Jim Hopper as they go down the back straightaway. Marquis leads Monteith, Jarvis, Brown along with Schofield, Bateman, Doug Rudolph, Rusty Ball, and Wade Gould all in that back. Off the turn down the back straightaway, Marquis looks in his rear view mirror and sees a battle for position number 2 as Kirby Monteith feels the pressure from Dwight Jarvis. Jarvis recently headed to the high side, but was unable to find a racing room as this time by it will be 8 laps complete. Ted Brown fights off Brian Schofield as they battle for the 4th spot. Jack Bateman running the low side of the racetrack Schofield comes right back on the high side. Off the turn, Brown now holding off Bateman as we've got contact between Schofield and Rudolph. Around goes Schofield and is just missed by Wade Cole. Yellow flag is back out on lap number 8. Brian Schofield got out of shape coming off of turn number 4. He made contact with Dunk Rudolph and then went around in turn number 1. So Schofield brings out as Marquis goes back into the lead. Monteith, Jarvis, Brown, Dunk Rudolph, Jack Bateman, Rusty Ball, Wade Cole, Ronnie Botts, Brian Schofield, and Harry Wheeler. Off the turn, Marquis comes around the lead, lap number 10. He feels the pressure from 30 Monteith as Monteith is looking to move into contend for that number 1 spot. As Monteith pressures Marquis, Jarvis now moving in on Monteith. Dunk Rudolph up into 5th with car 3X as he now tries to move around Ed Brown. Brown holding on to that 4th spot as he feels the pressure from Dunk Rudolph and Jack Bateman. Brown feels the pressure now as Rudolph heads to the high side. Bateman down low. They battle for position number 5 as Brown tries to hold on. They go by the lapped automobile of Jim Maher Sr. and Rudolph goes around in turn number 2 as he makes contact with the Maher car. And yellow flag is back out on lap number 13. Dunk Rudolph made contact with the lap car of the 87 of Jim Maher Sr. A good run for 4th. Jack Bateman runs in the top 5 as well as we're set to go back on the green. Marquis and Monteith. Here comes Jarvis down low right off the bat. Green flag is out. Off the turn and down into the turn number 1. Jarvis takes the 2nd spot. Brown's going to try to make a charge back at Monteith, but we've got trouble. Brown into the wall. Head on. Goes airborne down the back straightaway. We go back to yellow. A very, very hard hit to the backstretch barrier for Ted Brown, car number 92. Involved in the mix-up, Dunk Rudolph as well with car number 3X, Monteith. And Brown came together as Brown was trying to get by the Monteith machine. Monteith was hit from behind with car number 85, and you can see that the 92 of Brown, when he hit the wall head-on, was airborne after making contact with the wall. And you can see he has also knocked down a barrier in between the flags. So once again, now we are going to go to red flag conditions. Once again, this on lap 13. It's 0. So car number 35, S.J. Avansian, is 13 laps down. Tough break for him. The two Coles having trouble getting restarted over in turn number 4. Wade and John are stalled. Ball, Brian Schofield, Wade Cole, Dunk Rudolph, Harry Wheeler, the whole bit as they go down the back straightaway. Marquis gets a good advantage, but we've got trouble as Ball and Bateman make contact. Bateman is way off the pace with car number 17 as the green flag is out. Marquis and Jarvis have a very big advantage on the field as Bateman got crossed up on the start. Bateman now looking to head down pit road as he awaits the opening of the gate. The gate opens and Bateman goes in. Tough break for the 17 as now Marquis feels the pressure from Dwight Jarvis. Marquis and Jarvis in the turn 3. Brian Schofield. Dunk Rudolph back up into the top 5 along with Rusty Ball, and Wade Cole runs 6 over S.J. Avansian, who is 13 laps down, so I guess the next car would be the 2 of Harry Will, then the 133 of John Cool, who is also at least 1 lap down, as we have now approached the halfway point. Halfway in this modified feature event, Dwight Jarvis to the low side of Marquis to battle for the lead. Jarvis down low. Marquis on the high side, off the turn. Jarvis has the lead as they go into turn 1. They make contact. Marquis falls back to the 2nd spot, and we've got trouble in turn 2. Rusty Ball goes around with a flat right rear. Yellow is out. Rusty Ball brings out another caution as he goes around in turn number 2 with a flat right rear. Hopefully, and I know, knowing Rusty, he will get back up to get a decent finish. Down the back straightaway, Dwight Jarvis and Jerry Marquis are the cars that bring this field around as we're set to go back to green. Jarvis and Marquis side by side. Jarvis to the advantage at the line. little contact is made between the two. Jarvis beats Marquis up high off the turn. Marquis backs out of it just a bit. Gives Jarvis a tap as they go through turns 3 and 4. Off the turn, 19 laps now complete. Marquis now pressuring car number 28 as they head off the turn. Marquis down on the low side of the racetrack. Looking to get by Jarvis as they head off the turn. He rides it down low. Into the first turn, Marquis tries to cut the nose of the 73 down low on Dwight Jarvis, but is unable to as Jarvis holds on to that lead spot. Off turn 2, Marquis gets a little sideways, but he holds on as he got squirrely there coming off the turn. Jarvis still leading. Ryan Schofield, John Rudolph, and Wade Cole run nose to tail, 4th, 5th, versus 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 6th place car is Rusty Ball with car number 20. Further back, Harry Wheeler is having trouble getting around the John Cole machine. And we see out of the exhaust pipe on the 133, blue flame has erupted. You can see when he comes around this time. Yes, indeed. 25 laps complete, 10 to go. Dwight Jarvis continuing to lead this event, car number 20, over Marquis, Schofield, Rudolph, Cole, and Ball. Harry Wheeler about to go a lap down, but he's still running among the top 10 because there are less than 10 cars out here. And I think by the end of the event, S.J. Avanti is also going to be among the top 10 cars. As now Jarvis and Marquis move around John Cole and now move around Jim Maher. Marquis trying to make another low move to the inside of Dwight Jarvis. Marquis got a little bit out of shape, but he gathered it back up, and now he once again sets his sights on the 28 in that battle for the lead. This time by 6 laps to go for the 28 of Jarvis. Ryan Schofield and Dunk Rudolph battle for that third spot as they go around Harry Wheeler down into turn 1. Rudolph dives low on Schofield, but can't seem to get the bite off the turn. Rusty Ball trying to work over Wade Cole as they go off turn 2. Ball makes the move to the high side. He's got position, number 5. This time by, it will be 2 laps to go for Dwight Jarvis. Marquis trying to make a last-minute move with car 73. Jarvis looking for his second consecutive modified victory. White flag is out for the Ryan's Roundhouse machine. Through turns 1 and 2, Marquis trying to make a last-minute dash into that spot, but can't get the bite as they head through turns 3 and 4. Jarvis keeps it nice and low. Checkered flag is out. It's Dwight Jarvis with the win in car 28.
He has to come in for the second spot, and for the second week in a row, Brian Schofield pulls down the third spot in the field, and he's having a good season for himself as he moves up the rankings. Dunk Rudolph fought for him to get that third spot, but had to take 4th, and Rusty Ball came from the back of the pack for the unofficial 5th place finish.
On his second consecutive modified feature event win. Well, Dwight, it was a hectic modified feature event. You survived, and you get your second consecutive feature event win.
Yeah, I guess I was one of the fortunate ones tonight, and I just escaped that front stretch crash, and just luck was with me tonight. I was going real good.
And you held off Jerry Marquis in the closing laps of the event. Jerry put the pressure on you, that's for sure.
He sure did. I didn't want to make the same mistake I did a couple of weeks ago, so I slowed the race down to my pace. These Hoosier tires here are really working fine.
Getting his second consecutive modified feature event win, Dwight Jarvis, car number 28. Jerry Marquis finishes in the second spot with car number 73, and rounding out the top three, Brian Schofield with a good run in car number 09.
Phil Meany is not in that lineup, but I can see. He's out of there, and here they come. Looking for green, and bang, and bump, and bunch up as they come down. Lousy start. Dave Sumlin Jr. to the back of Stone as they come off the turn, and Shepard with the lead. Shepard, Newcomb, Brio, Tacker, and Stone. Slam bang through the turns, and your leader will be Shepard. Shepard leads two. Newcomb second. Brio third. Stone fourth. Here comes Jarvis up through to take over fifth spot. Then it's Rob Cross, Barry Gray, and Bill Bry. Rob Bouchard with problems in the 48 as he pulls to the high side, and Shepard's way out there. Here comes Brio to challenge for second. Eddie Brio Jr. to the inside, takes second away from Newcomb. Stone goes to third. Fourth is Jarvis, and Newcomb goes all the way back to fifth. Roger Shepard with a strong run, leading the field after four. Slides way up the banking. Shepard leads 5 laps into the books with Brio. Stone, Jarvis, Newcomb, Cross, Gray, Bry, Stange, and Attacker. Trouble on the back stretch, and Stone into the wall with a tire coming off. Right across the track, and I don't think your leader spotted him until the last minute. Ed Stone, driving the 3 this evening, has a tire go soft on him. He was a little squirrely a couple of laps ago, and it takes it down, and around he comes. Roger Shepard, your leader, heading out front. Shepard holds him back. He's the pace setter. He sits on the pole. The back of the field starting to pick up speed. Here they come, looking for green. They've got it, and Shepard has the jump. Here's Stone to the inside. Shepard, Stone, Brio, Jarvis, and Rob Cross breaking out of the pack. Stoney will take over second. Jarvis works inside for third. Brio to the outside in fourth. Cross is fifth. Newcomb sixth. Gray seventh. Bry is eighth. Ninth is Stange, and 10th is the Tacker. Jay Ferrullo loops it coming off turn 4. He'll sit to the inside. See if he gets some help from the flagman. Here's your leader, Shepard. Stone, Jarvis, Brio, and Cross. They begin to string out down the backstretch now as Roger Shepard holds on to the lead over Stone, Brio, and Jarvis. Shepard, without an awful lot of pressure right now, jumped off the point, and he's had the lead right along here. Working on 11. Shepard, Stone, and Jarvis down low. 11 down, 14 to go. Shepard feeling the pressure now as Stone and Jarvis try to chew away at that lead. Halfway, coming up next time. Here they are, halfway, and Shepard's hanging on. It's Roger Shepard, Tom Stone, Peter Jarvis, Eddie Brio, and Rob Cross with Barry Gray closing in. Bill Bree with some problems in the 68. Takes the 68 to the infield. He's got some problems. Here's your leader to complete 15. 10 to go now. And Shepard is opening up his lead on the always fast Tom Stone. Roger Shepard is looking strong. Shepard starting to work up onto the back of the pack now as the laps tick away. Stoney's going to have to go some to run him down. Shepard will work on Ferrulo. Then he's got Meany right into the back of Sutherland and Woods Alley Fitzgerald as they come off the turn. Here's your leader. 18 down, 7 to go. Their leader underneath Ferrulo. He's got one picked off. And here's Stoney right on his tail. This will be the challenge, the lap traffic. The challenge is the lap traffic. We've got a car on the wall. It's Joe Sumner down by the pits. Caution is on the racetrack. What a break for Tom Stone. Shepard had it all to himself. And then Joe Sumner went sliding off the top of turn 2 and slammed the wall. Yes, there it is as the other cars come out of the pits. And Shepard got caught short, and Stone. Shepard has a tire going down. That's the problem. Shepard tied up with Rob Cross, and they pick up Dennis Stange. Shepard was nursing that tire. He got the green, hit the gas, and the tire went right to the ground. Tough break for the young man who was leading the field. Sitting in third. Here they come. Slowly looking for green when they hit turn 3. Everybody's hanging back, and there it is. Stone and Jarvis, hammer and tong. Stoney hanging on. Jarvis with a caution again, with a car coming out with problems here. Problems with the 87X of Al Fitzgerald. They're calling him in. It'll be blue or he's just leaking stuff all over. You can see we've got to pick up speed. Stone moves ahead. Jarvis hangs back. Now he hits the gas and there's a green. On their way. It'll be Stoney. Brio. Andy Brio slides in. Jarvis can't get a bite to get going and Newcomb takes over second. Or third. Boy, they're slamming and banging in the back of the field. Everybody rough riding behind them, but it's Stoney's race. Brio second, Newcomb third, Jarvis fourth, then Herb Dragonberry Gray, and Jarvis slides up the banking. Two cars, Sutherland and Patnode, come together down the backstretch, and they're in the wall. Caution is out. The race is on. Few guys don't see the caution lights. Trying to look for the checkered flag instead of looking for the yellow flag. Guys in the back of the pack are slammed. A couple of guys at the back trying to creep up a little bit before the green comes out. Here they come. Stoney on the gas. Brio on his bumper. Phil Meany almost in the wall. Barry Gray moves into fourth. It's Stone, Brio, Newcomb, Barry Gray, and Herb Drug. Peter Jarvis trying to come out of the back of the pack, but he's got a long way to go with only 2 laps remaining. 2 to go. Stone, Brio, Newcomb. Roger Shepard trying to catch up, but he's going to have to settle for 6th spot. After leading, here they come for the white flag. Tom Stone. On the backstretch, Stoney for the checkered flag, and there it is! Tom Stone, Eddie Brio, Bob Newcomb, Barry Gray, and Herb Dragg. Let's give a big welcome, Tom Stone. Well, Tom, you guys had your hands full tonight. The track looked like it was a little bit on the greasy side.
Yeah, it was. It was awful slippery out there. It's a hard time keeping it down low. The car always wanted to drift up high.
Sure did, and you had Eddie right on your bumper a few times and wanted to drift right underneath you when you did that.
I couldn't lose him for nothing.
Well, that's the way it goes. A good win for you, and we'll look for you again on victory lane.
Thank you very much.
Tom Stone, your winner. We'll work on second place down here because the young man's kind of happy. Eddie, it's been a long time since you found yourself near the front of the pack, huh?
Well, we hope to find ourselves here a lot more often this year. We're starting all over and hope to do better.
How's the car working tonight in spite of the greasy conditions?
It's improving every week. We're getting a lot closer.
Awful close. I don't see any blue on the bumper there, the Greenfield glass machine, but you really gave him a good shot a couple of times.
No, he did a real good job of holding me off, drove me clean. Nothing else to say to him. He did a good job.
Good job, second place, Eddie Brio Jr. Another guy who's trying to resurrect his career, and it looked like it was a good one for you, Bob Newcomb.
It was a hot one, I'll tell you that.
Good run. You started up front, drifted back, and then found yourself here in victory lane.
Yeah, it felt okay. It was a long time coming, I'll tell you that. I got pounded up a bunch in the heat and worked with a hammer and whatnot, and somebody bought me a tire. And actually, the guy that hit me bought me a tire.
That's what we call sportsmanship around here, isn't it?
That's Al Fitzgerald. He's a good guy.
Good for Al, good for Bob at third place. And we'll see you Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock for the Enduros.